My name's Craig DiMartino. I've been a climber for about 30 years. Started climbing at a bachelor party in college in Pennsylvania and just really never stopped climbing. Was out west climbing in Yosemite and then traveled back through Colorado to meet some friends of mine in Fort Collins and liked it so much that just ended up moving out to Colorado. In 2002, I was up at Lumpy Ridge with my good friend Steve. That particular day on July 22nd, we walked out to Sundance Buttress. Steve was walking first, I was kind of behind him, and the whole time walking out there, I just kept thinking how bad I felt. I just felt weird, I felt really off, I just didn't feel psyched. Thought it was actually nerves or whatever. Once we get to the route, I'll be fine. It'll go away, which is what it usually does. Walked up the hill to White Man, which is a pretty steep 11C, and Steve had climbed it, I think, a few weeks before that. As we were walking over, he said, "Let's go and top rope this, but I want you to lead it." In my head, I heard the word top rope. To me, that meant that I was gonna climb the pitch first, clip into the anchor, then he was gonna lower me to the ground, then we were gonna climb it one at a time. 15 minutes later, I was at the anchor, which was about 100 feet up in the air, and I clipped in direct, yelled down to him that I was off belay. And Steve yelled up, "Okay, you're off belay." Checked in the anchor, kind of got it set up to top rope. When I did that, I yelled, "Okay, it's all you." And Steve heard that, and he thought, this is good. Craig's now ready to bring me up to that ledge just like I did last time, and then we'll wrap off together. And we never clarified that small difference of information. What I did just as a last thing was I reached out, grabbed the rope, and gave it a tug just to see if I could feel some tension, and I felt the tension of 100 feet of rope hanging down. Feeling that, I pulled back in, unclipped the carabiners from my harness, and sat back, and immediately started falling. The last thing I could see was the anchor just blazing away from me super fast. I just kept falling and falling and falling. And about 20 feet from the ground, there was a dead tree that I hit with my head, and the tree stood me right back up to standing. And both my feet took the brunt of everything. And hitting with your feet, you actually have a chance of survival because the shockwave has somewhere to go. Both my feet shattered when I hit the ground. I hit so hard that I had compound fractures of the tibia and ankle on both legs. All the bones just came out the inside of my legs. I severed the artery in my right leg as well. I crumpled down further and my back broke at L2, which is straight through your belly button. It hit so hard it collapsed the L2 completely that I don't even have it anymore. They had to fuse it together with rods and screws. The shockwave kept going up. It broke the ribs on my right side, punctured my lung on the right side, tore my labrum on my shoulder on the right side, broke the bursa sacs in my elbow on the right side, kept moving up, and broke my neck at C5, C6, which is straight through your Adam's apple. After that, I just crumpled down on the talus blocks. At that point, my partner thought I was dead. As far as I know, the next thing I remember is waking up in intensive care. About a day and a half later, doctor came out. We don't anticipate that he's gonna really live past an hour. And so they fused my back, L1 through 4, with some rods, and then they fused my neck in a collar, and then called it good. I was in ICU for 5 days. You're just trying to figure out, like, what the hell just happened? You're so completely lost. They said he's gonna probably be a paraplegic because he broke his back so bad. And if the back didn't do it, where he broke his neck, that's where everybody becomes a quadriplegic. So he's gonna be one of those things, just so you're prepared. He's probably gonna lose both his feet, just so you're prepared. But hey, he's alive. If you think of your spine as a circle, I crushed it down to 10%, so that means just 10% of it was open. So I have like real spotty feeling from the waist down. And actually still to this day, I can't feel my hands that well. I can feel like heavy touch, so like if you punch me, I could feel that, but if you try to tickle me, I can't feel that.